All right, well, it's been 10 years since the war in Afghanistan began. Now, with thousands of lives lost and billions of dollars spent, what does the future hold there?
Joining us is Middle East expert Jeremiah O'Keefe. He's a former White House advisor to Iraq. Good morning to you, sir.
Good morning.
10 years since this began, and then we hear Stanley McChrystal say we're only halfway to achieving our military goals. And, of course, in the next year, we're going to see 33,000 troops leave. So what's the future for the war in Afghanistan?
Well, the end game is not going to be like that of a conventional war by any means. There'll be conflict going on in Afghanistan, along the border with Pakistan, for years to come. What's vital for us to do, though, at this point, is to begin moving us towards a status quo that minimizes the possibility of the Taliban getting a strong footing again in Afghanistan and perhaps hosting once again al-Qaeda. But it's going to be a very, very difficult task. The Taliban is alive and well in Pakistan with the support of the Pakistan government, and that problem's not going to go away anytime soon.
Jeremiah, you know there's been some criticism of the Obama administration during this Alaki killing, of course, as a U.S. citizen. We've heard some on the far left and some on the right criticizing him for that. Now we're also hearing criticism of the Obama administration on the use of the drone strikes to kill him, the kill order. Instead of trying to capture him, much like going after Osama bin Laden, did we miss an opportunity to get some really valuable information by going after him and killing him?
I would concur. Terrorism is not like conventional warfare. It's really intelligence-driven counterterrorism. And I'd rather have this fellow sitting in a cell being interrogated for the next 5 years to find out about his network, relationships that he might have had with other Americans, plans for future attacks. But then you have to weigh that. Well, what's the cost of the lives of our troops going in to try to capture him? So you've got to weigh all those factors. But again, it's much more to our benefit to capture these folks and be able to question them in the years to come.
But, of course, you cannot try an al-Awlaki in a civilian trial here in New York like they tried with KSM. Guantanamo is clearly being closed. Right. So is the process of capturing and interrogating terror suspects, is that gone forever?
The president has painted himself into a corner. I mean, when he was running for president, he spoke of shutting down Guantanamo to stop advanced interrogation techniques. And now he's left himself into a position where, gosh, I can't bring these guys home, can't put them in Guantanamo, so therefore let's just go ahead and kill them. And in the long haul, that has damaging effects when it comes to understanding what sort of threats might be on the horizon or over the horizon. Especially, you know, when we take into consideration Pakistan and Afghanistan and the Taliban and all of this reconstituting itself in, say, 5 years out, 8 years out.
Right.
These fellas are in for a war for the long haul.
Well, the sun isn't even up in Dallas yet, but Jeremiah O'Keefe is. Thank you so much for joining us this morning, Jeremiah. We appreciate it.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Coming up from the